now listening to the Good Bad Advice Podcast with Stephanie and Chase.
Hello. Welcome, you guys. We're back.
We are
back. I'm so sorry for the exit. This is the Good Bad Advice Podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Chase.
And I'm Stephanie.
And this is what happened.
Last week.
Cut to last week. That was a to be continued on the screen. So just like when you're watching reality shows and then it does like a recap for the first 3 minutes. Cut to this. We're in the middle of talking about something. And my family was going down to St. George for Easter weekend, for
your
spring
mom's
break,
birthday.
my mom's birthday. And then Steven and Gentry were performing at 2:00 on Saturday
Just a whole
night.
bunch of accolades that were driving you down
It was
south.
just boom, 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 boom. Event, party, club, another club, another club.
Another club.
And so I'd arranged, like my parents had me coordinate the Airbnb. You rented a house. My parents get there and I knew, like, we were recording at 4. And so it was like, okay. And we were kind of recording a different day because I was going to be gone. And then you were going as well on your vacation. So we were like, okay. And that was also the same time as the check-in. And so I had texted my family and said, hey, just call me if there's any problems. And I was thinking the problems would be like, oh, the door code's not working. Not, hey, the door code works perfectly. There's just another freaking family in the Airbnb.
Yeah.
So that's what my sister was writing me as I get my phone starts blowing up.
She calls in the middle of the episode.
And then I'm like, oh, we take it. I have to take it because I'm like, hang on, I got to deal with this. And I was thinking it was just going to be fast.
Yeah.
Cut to the next 20 minutes of Stephanie, poor thing. Just
me.
Because you should know this about Steph. Like, we are simpatico in a lot of ways. Like, we're very different personality-wise. But the Venn diagram of interests, it's like 80%
The
overlapping.
middle is,
Where we're definitely fringed, where what doesn't overlap is that I am conflict leaning. Yeah. I'm into a little conflict, meaning I'm willing to hold people accountable. I'm direct as hell. It's, a superpower and a weakness. You gotta be careful. And Stephanie is very conflict averse.
Yep.
And you're very
conflict avoidant.
Peace focused. You would rather resolve and
peace,
move on.
I'm grace.
But also
I would rather extend so much grace that, like, call me Jesus. Like,
I don't think that's true. But
no, like, I would extend so far of grace to be like, he didn't mean to kill him.
Yeah.
No,
that
would be me after you murdered the Airbnb host.
Yeah, because then we thought, oh, it'd be funny just to like leave it playing because it was still recording. Because I didn't know how long it was going to go.
Yeah.
And then as I am messaging and then talking with Airbnb, let's just say right now I'm only permitted to send messages. I did lose the right to have phone calls because apparently you cannot threaten. But to be fair, I didn't physically threaten them. I just threatened to own their property.
Yeah.
Well, because they were like, we're just trying to get you a full refund. And I said, full refund? You should be worried I'm going to own your house when this is over.
Oh, and I don't even know if we said pretty much after 30 minutes of you supposing to be in the house, they said you need to cancel your Airbnb.
That was what was so wild is so they tried claiming. So the owners just didn't leave.
Yeah.
And I think what happened is the host.
They just didn't want to.
Yeah, I think the host is not the owner. The host is like a management company.
Oh,
and there was a cross wire. And so the host was the one messaging me, you just need to cancel and we'll grant a full refund. You just need to cancel. You have to cancel. And I was like, we're not going to cancel. Yeah. And she tried claiming that we were bringing too many animals, but I had like 7 days prior sent the animals, the breeds, the weight, that their house broken, whatever. And, no response, but their policy said once we've confirmed the number of guests and animals, we'll send you the door code, and they'd sent me the door code. Yeah. So to me, their behavior evidenced their sort of acceptance of the conditions that we were bringing the dogs. So she tried to say, you're bringing too many animals. And I said, that's not true, ma'am. And then she said, at first she tried saying, that's not what is in our contract. And I was like, sweetie, you made a
do not talk to me about contracts.
War with a family of lawyers. There are multiple lawyers in your driveway right now.
Yeah.
And so the really regrettable thing was that there was just no way to solve it. I left from here and went to the Gentry show in Orem and was out basically the whole show on with Airbnb and my family. My parents ended up having to drive back home. They didn't get to stay. We didn't celebrate my mom's birthday. We didn't have Easter together. Chelsea and their family had to find other accommodations because it would have been too far for them to drive home by the time they had. So the weekend was eventful. It was not what I thought it was going to be. It was still a good weekend. It was, nice and kind of chill, and Tuacahn and St. George was nice. Mm-hmm. But man, that was, and it was one of those things where like I felt really guilty to my family that and even though it was nothing that I had done, but because I was the one who'd arranged it all, I definitely felt like it was, I felt the burden of it. So we're redoing my mom's birthday today. So we've got like a birthday dinner and games, and we're trying to like redo everything. We're trying to rally today. So everybody, I really do apologize for last week.
It was crazy. And honestly, I did consider adding in it. There is so much dead air of Chase just furiously texting into his phone and me kind of side-eyeing the camera like, I'm scared. Like when Chase picks up in confrontation, I like dive deep into awkwardness.
You are into a bomb shelter. Like you are just like slowly, like eye still on me, but also on the hatch.
No, and I'm just like trying to diffuse the tension.
Yo, literally.
Because like when it was happening, I was so in shock. I'm like, no, that's like I was actually kind of giggling because
it was
I was
so
like,
insane.
What do you mean?
And what the people were writing, what the host was writing, was also just 10 shades of "Are you effing kidding?"
Yeah.
Where I think it was like, it was so shocking that it was comical on the one hand. Like looking back on it now, I don't think we're in like joke, haha, hee hee, because I'm still warring with them. I've requested arbitration. And then Stephanie's just like, "Though that's crazy, crazy," but she's saying it in a way that's like clearly trying to like also account for the energy to channel the energy into a direction. And you were also like, it was unfair to you too because you were in pre-vacation mode because you left Saturday for a vacation.
No,
so this was kind of like getting ready for vacation. You're like coming in, you've got your spray tan. You're like, no, and then I'm like, I'm going to eat the children for lunch.
No, and that is how I feel. That like that's where I think that you escalate to when you're just like actually being like direct with them.
Yeah,
and I'm like, he's gonna eat them. Like, I called Traven immediately and was like, I pray for the customer support agent that has to take this call, even just for the 5 seconds that he's going to go, get me to your manager now.
At what point I'm backstage at UVU, which had so much security.
Yeah.
Like, it was wild. They've never had that much security.
Wow.
They've really ramped up security, particularly because I guess there were threats made against Christians for the Easter weekend, Easter celebration. And so there was really heightened security at Tuacahn and at UVU.
Oh, okay.
Like I had to have my credentials on the whole time, and they like kept checking. And then we walked in and I didn't have tickets. So the lady's like, I need to see your ticket. And I said, oh, I'm just going to sit in an empty seat. She was like, sir, we need to have tickets, please. And I was like, ma'am, no, we don't. Like, but I was already in like war mode. Anyway, so it was kind of a lot. So backstage, there's a security guy there, like 21, 22, like college security. So what's he gonna do, you know? But I'm talking with the agent, and at one point I said, this is what's going to happen. You will find a suitable replacement accommodation by 7:45. We will not be navigating this till 9, 10 at night, and then my family be stranded and have nowhere else to go. So this has to be resolved by 7:45. Mind you, it was like 7:38.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like, no, because it was, I remember saying there's 11 minutes, so whatever, 45, 30, so it was 34. And I said, you have 11 minutes to find something. And his name was like Selvin, but I, for some reason, just kept calling him Smellville. Like it, when I looked at it, I think my rage changed the letter, since I just kept calling him Smelvin or Smellville or Small Fry or something. And I'm like, this is what's going to happen, blah, blah. It's 11 minutes. And he was like, okay, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no, we're down to 10. We're at 9 now. Anyways, we get off the phone and there are 6 minutes. I said, there's 6 minutes left. I can't see what magic you do, or else this is my oral request for, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Hang up the phone. And then I'm like, yeah, let's go in. And so it was all draped. And so the security guard like opens drape so I can go through. He doesn't open it clearly enough. And so I hit a chair, kind of like stumble. I stumbled forward and I fall down. And he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And it's like, it's fine. And then I realized, oh, he just saw what me being
yeah.
upset kind of felt like. And he did not want that.
No,
so
he was like, this guy is going to fire me
this
for
guy,
tripping on
he's
a chair.
like, code 6,
Yeah.
you got to, you know. And so I said, I was like, it's fine. You're not an Airbnb agent. You're safe.
Yeah.
Tonight. He's like, then I have to climb over people and then climb back. And you know how they do like the seats where they're all latched together?
Yeah.
So it's not just like I could kind of shift around.
Nope.
I tried to go in and my foot gets caught on my bag strap. And so it pops the bag strap off, and I thought I'd ripped my brand new bag strap, but I didn't. It just unclipped. And so I sit down and I'm like, it's very few times where I've gotten myself so worked up that I have to like think about breathing. Like I could think like maybe in my life, like 5 or 6 times, I was like, this is where I have to be like, if I don't breathe right now, I'm worried my heart will just blow.
Yeah.
Like I'm so activated.
And to be fair, I could have more of that, and you could have more of me.
100%. I could have a lot more of you.
Like, I think that one of the very first things I said to you was like, hey, I think you would like to remain on Airbnb as a customer.
She goes, I don't lose.
So just like, because we did get banned from Etsy, and I just think that like.
You get banned from Etsy. I got a warning for 3 months. But to be fair, that bitch had it coming.
Yeah.
Those linen signs, you don't cancel it 3 days before my wedding.
No, that was
with
quite
no
crazy.
reason. None. That also, I did threaten to own her house. I really have a thing about owning property.
Yeah. You're like, it's the only way you can get it these days.
No, it's literally, I'm like, oh, savings. Lawsuit. Perfect. Even better. Well, you know what? Know your strengths.
Nope. You can
Okay,
win.
and you had just the most gorgy, beautiful week. Please tell everybody about your trip.
We went to Newport Beach with Traven's family, stayed at one of the like rental properties, just steps from the beach, walked barefoot to the beach every day. What an absolute delight.
Yeah, I can see why Californians are so insufferable.
Yes.
Because if I lived there all the time, I would be insufferable. I live in Daybreak, and
I
I'm
would be
insufferable
absolutely
about Daybreak.
insufferable.
Yeah.
There's another thing about California too, where like people are just kind of in whatever they want. They don't really do their hair. Like it's the like standard of perfection is way different in California.
Yeah.
Where it is like there's just people walking around barefoot and nobody's like, ew, sick.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was gorgeous and beautiful.
Did you Salt and Straw? Did you hear Salt and Straw's coming to Salt Lake?
I did. Trolley Square.
Trolley Square. So excited.
Do you think it is worth it to buy like one of those properties, like beachfront in a place that you like a ton? Do you think it's worth it to buy a property, or just given what we have now with rental homes, etc.? Do you think it's like, oh, it's not really worth it to buy anymore because I
Like,
can just
how
rent it
much?
for a month?
How much is buying?
I think in that area, you probably couldn't even buy one of them for less than 7. And most of them now are owned by rental companies.
Right. That's what I was going to say.
They're owned by like property companies.
And you just don't have purchasing power against those sorts of
No.
companies because they're just so flush in cash. If I could get a reasonably priced, like it's a fair, I'm not competing against corporations for the property, then I would totally love that. I just think the challenge is I don't know if I would use it enough to
That's
justify
what I'm saying.
it.
Like, I think it would be better suited in Utah to have somewhere in Bear Lake,
Like a cabin. Agreed.
a cabin, or St. George.
Yeah,
But
I
even
think
St. George
would
has
be nice.
so many rentals and nice ones too that it's like, do I need it?
Right.
I don't know. But you go down to St. George quite often because of Tuacahn.
Right.
That it's like, oh, that might be nice to have like a condo down there.
And I think there's enough people. I think if I had a condo, I think I'd probably do it if it was like maybe like me and 3 other families or something.
Yeah.
Like 25% ownership, 25% responsibility, but then 25% bonus benefit for me. I'd be down with that. Maybe
See,
like
that I could do.
Yeah, I could do that. Do you want to do
But
that?
I would do that with you.
Okay.
I just I can't do it with randos.
No. Random investments on house stuff where like
It's like
you'd have
you
to
wanna
be able to
own
be real.
a percentage of this random house.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
no.
don't like that. I'm always curious too if people are just like a percentage owner in a houseboat where they get like 1 week, you know, and like you pay for that. And then it's like $5,000, but you don't actually own anything. You just have like a share of a thing. That to me, I don't know what the cost is to rent a houseboat.
A house, I feel like at least I understand, like if somebody wanted to buy out the other people's portion or different things like that, like that I understand more.
If any of our listeners are in like a rental share with someone, let us know.
Yeah.
Like, how does that go? How do you like that?
Yeah, I think that the best contender is a cabin or
to me, like a cabin.
St. George.
Steven's family has a cabin, and it's like his grandparents built it, and so the cousins all share it, but we kind of have like rotations of who gets it, and then and that has worked really well. So I think it'd be cool. My parents looked at getting a cabin for years.
Yeah.
But then for whatever reason ended up not. And I think it'd be a cool thing to say. I think it's just because there's just not enough use here. But yeah, that would be a cool.
Yeah, we were talking about it last night at dinner, and it was so cute. I was like, oh yeah, Dad and I maybe, like, I don't know if we would buy something, but you know, maybe we'd go stay there for a month. And Bailey's like, you can't go there. I'm like, what do you mean? She's, well, I wouldn't see you. I'm like, oh, babe, this would be like when you're like in college, 18. Right. And she was like, but you go and see Papa and Gigi all the time. I need to be able to see you all the time. And I was like, okay.
I know.
We
that's
won't go.
So nice. Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Or you just bring
talked
her.
me into it. Yeah. Like, fine. I'll never leave you.
No, that's actually so sweet.
I know.
Speaking of so sweet, your family pictures, make sure we put those on the carousel because the family pictures were gorge.
We did take family photos, which is just like you're walking down to the beach and I'm like, Bailey, I will get you a full pint of ice cream if you don't say a word and you smile nicely in all these photos. Traven, don't make weird faces. He's like, I'm literally trying. I'm like, don't make weird faces.
Stephanie wrote me after she sent them and we were humming and hawing over them. You'd said, I wish family pictures weren't so worth it.
Yeah.
But they are.
Every time.
I'm a huge believer in do the family pictures, do the photo shoot, do a little bit of an extra effort. I
literally just was like, Traven, pack this shirt, these pants. I'm going to pack a blue dress. Bailey's going to pack a blue dress. And we're just going to go down to the beach at 6. And if we get good photos, we get good photos. Yeah. And it ended up just being like
gorge.
So there's something also, a beach photo is like, it really can be absolutely whatever. And it still looks good because you're at the beach.
Agreed. I just think there's something about that beach light of just like, okay, you slay. You could be in tank tops and swimming trunks and you'd be like, great family pic.
Yeah. Even with the hair, like in some photos halfway in your face, it's like, but you're at the beach.
Yeah,
gorgeous.
No, and there's just, that's like the vibe.
Yeah.
I love that.
No, it really is so worth it. I think if I wanted to start being a photographer, I don't. But the mini sessions, the 20-minute where you just like, it's like, hey, I just want 20 minutes in a studio, and it's like just burn through 300 photos, pose us, take 20, pose us, take 20, and then like just give me the raws of them. Like, I think that structure for family photos, exceptional.
Agreed.
Like, we used to take photos for 3 hours.
Oh, that's criminal.
Probably an hour. But like, you know, when you're
like 3 hours,
12, you're like,
and you think you're like doing something when you're 12, you're like, I'm going to show that.
Yeah, I'm serving.
Yeah, but then it's like, you're just looking like, you're going to look back and be like, wow, you were a little petulant little butthole.
No, I remember taking photos, I think in kindergarten, in the winter. We're like up in a canyon, dressed in Sunday dress, like Christmas Sunday dress in probably October. And I was just like shivering and was like, I can't take another photo.
Also, I feel like, do you feel like, maybe it's just because we had a very mild winter, but I wish we had, like, I feel like it's, I'm not trying to be like a climate activist or blah, blah, blah. But
pray for snow.
But no. What I'm saying is, I do feel like in general, it was colder growing up than it is now.
Absolutely.
Like, I felt like it was colder.
No, we would, for Halloween, you had to wear a parka.
100%.
You had to like decide if your costume was going to show
If it could
if
be
you could
over
over
a
a
coat, or
coat.
if it was under a coat and you just had to be like, I'm Spock underneath this coat, which is what I was.
If you had to be a flasher every time.
Yeah, you're like,
I'm a cat.
Yeah.
I'm the pirate from Peter Pan, except my mom made this outfit, so it looks nothing like it. But I have a big black curly wig.
We've talked about when my mom made a Halloween costume for my sister. She was Mother Earth, and she was just a tree. And with a crown, and there's something about we have.
That's so Chelsea though, to be like, I want to be.
No, I think
Earth.
that was my mom.
It was your mom.
Yeah, I've got the perfect witty idea, Mother Earth. And well, then it's just like she's wearing burlap and a boa of leaves.
That's like when I was a
from
topiary with my friend who was Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that's funny.
That is a great couple's costume. Yeah, I wore all green makeup, and then I got just like plastic tree from
Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, Michael's or Hobby Lobby. It was in my hair. It was like up my sleeves, and I just was like posing around her. Which, by the way, she was an absolutely. I'm gonna add the photos.
That
to
is
our
such good friend energy. I want to be Edward Scissorhand. Okay, well, what'd I be? A bush. Okay.
No, I think I said it. Like I was like, we're gonna be something together. She was a phenomenal Edward Scissorhands. Like looked so good, and I was just like, I'm gonna be a bush next to you.
Anything for the bit.
I feel like I need to message her and be like, were you like okay? I was kind of gonna be this thing by myself. It was a girl I worked really closely with. Her name is Morgan. And she was just like very artsy, very fun. And we were kind of on a team, just the two of us. Yeah. So it was like, I was like, oh, we'll be something together. I think I totally just like crashed her costume. But it was a really good couple's costume.
Really, really fun. She's like, I'm going to be Edward Scissorhands. And you're just like, and I'll be the bush. Yay, we did it. That's such a great costume for us.
No, literally.
Like, she's like, I'm going to be Peter Pan. And you're like, I'm going to be the plank. I'm going to be a board and then I'll lay on the ground and you can walk on me.
Yep.
Like, oh,
that's
okay.
pretty much the energy I think I was giving.
Costume needed it.
Also, I was like 23 and I thought it was really funny.
Oh my God, I thought this was like you were a child.
No.
Oh my Jesus.
I was at work. But like we had like a very heavy like Halloween culture there. So like a lot of the small
Halloween
teams,
culture, so we really needed to have you be a topiary.
No, a lot of the small teams all did costumes
Although to
together.
be fair, your costumes are like, what were you this past year? It was incredible.
Oh, I was a clown.
The clown. The makeup, the thing. I actually think that is.
No, I loved a full send Halloween.
No, and with the giant little hat.
Dunce hat that I now make everybody in my family wear for a birthday hat.
No, it's without question the best. I wish for my birthday, will you bring it here and then I'll wear it the whole show?
I absolutely will.
Also,
I'll make you a new one.
If it's not my birthday, can I just have a hat like that?
Uh-huh.
I kind of am sad I didn't get that as a wedding gift. That would have been a really fun wedding gift.
A what?
A dunce hat so that I could put Steven when he's in trouble in the marriage.
Do you want me to make you one?
Wait, couple's dunce hat?
One side can be the clown birthday hat and the other side you flip it.
And it's a dunce
and it will
hat
be
and it's trouble.
Yeah, what do you want on
Honestly,
it?
that would be an amazing thing for your Etsy shop. Is you could say, I make
dunce
very
hats.
specific
Ship,
husband dunce hats. Totally. Dang
You'd have to ship it flat, and they'd have to glue it together themselves.
And
it's like,
yeah, and that's risky. But honestly, so funny.
It's so funny.
So you're like, oh, how'd you get famous? Well, I created a company where you could put your husband in a dunce hat, or your wife in a dunce hat.
You could do felt ones. Those might
ship
easier. I made mine out of poster board, and it's real silly, and it's starting to get a little like weathered and stained, and I'm like, I love it.
I love it too. It's
I love it.
Okay, we have a couple 3GBs. I just checked the time, so we need to be cognizant.
I have
of
literally nothing.
I watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was cute. We watched it last night. I was also hitting 10,000 followers at the same time, so I wasn't as focused on this movie. But what I will say they do an amazing job of, I think they're setting up a Smash Brothers movie because this felt like kind of bridging the gap between the first Mario movie and then like where are they going to go in this universe?
Yeah.
Because they introduced like Star Fox and they had, you know, the little like Diary of a Wimpy Kid black figure, like the ink guy. Is it
Oh,
Neff?
no.
The ink guy who, I don't know if it's from that. Anyway, but he, what? He has like the hammer.
Reminding me. At work, we do like an anniversary of the week. and that I had to choose the anniversary question. And I chose, like how long have you been at Pura?
Oh, okay.
And I have to choose a question for it. I choose, what is your Mario Kart character? I'm like, the anniversary is this week. Jim and Jason, to like 40 to 55-year-old men. They come up. They're like, I'm like, sorry, this was not the right question for you. I really had different hopes for this. And Jim's like, I don't really know who I am. I'm like, you're giving Mario main character energy. And then the other guy's like, Bowser. I'm like, villain arc. I love it. Anyway, thanks for being at Pura. It's like
Crickets.
The cackles of like the younger people.
You pull out a Mario plushie and you hand him a Bowser t-shirt. For you guys, thanks for being at Pura.
Like, I can't be like
They're
Kirby. Definitely Luigi.
Who is your Mario Kart character? Are you Peach?
Mario Kart, I would be Peach, or if I'm playing, and I know this is an unpopular choice for you, I like Daisy. And then if I'm playing Super Smash, I'm Kirby always.
He's just
yeah. Boop. And then
and then that's me all the time because I'm always falling off the damn thing. I hate Mario Party. I mean, I hate
Super Smash.
Super Smash. I don't hate it, but I'm really not good at it.
Yeah.
I'm in Mario Kart. I'm either Mario or sometimes I like being Dry Bones, the little skeleton, because he like when he falls and makes the little sound effect. And then in Super Smash, I'm one of the hot guys.
Oh, I did transition to being one of the hot girls in the new Super Smash on Wii.
Oh, I didn't know there was a new Smash.
It was
wait, on Wii? Who's
not
playing Wii?
No.
She's the Wii's.
On Switch.
She's like, it's me, and it's her from the 90s holding a thing.
No, it's Switch. It was the female version of Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon.
Yeah. She's like a cutie little blonde.
And she's
like, yeah. And is that better or worse than Kirby's like, nah?
And mine's like, because they're always like the Asian like anime, but like the giant sword. I'm like, someone's compensating. Okay.
Anyway.
Also, I watched. Oh, son of a! I put it on my thing, but I didn't put it on here. 10 seconds. Oh, did you watch the last episode of Rory?
No, I haven't yet.
And then Beverly Hills was so good. Maybe that was.
We did talk about Ladies of London last episode.
And I'm fully caught up now.
I'm actually obsessed with Martha so much. Somebody start a GoFundMe for her. I will literally fund her back to riches.
Oh, that's what I was watching.
I'm obsessed with her.
I love her so much. I am more Kimmy in looking at that relationship. Stephanie and I were fighting over who would be who, and you're definitely more Martha. Okay, we've watched the new season of Your Friends and Neighbors with John Hamm.
Oh, good.
Really good.
Okay.
James Marsden is in it, and I don't know. Yeah, he's excellent. And then I also started, and I'm 3 episodes in on Imperfect Women, the show with Kerry Washington and Elizabeth Moss and the girl from House of Cards, who I can never remember her name. That's pretty good, but I don't love that Kerry Washington plays the same character in everything, and she's snarling at everything. She's you don't understand, and like her mouth moves sometimes 30 minutes before any words come out.
Okay, I was thinking about this though, the same mouth related. What's the guy's name on Ladies of London? Mark. There's something about people who have like veneers.
Yes, Cheshire smile with veneers.
I think he kind of does like Keira Knightley mouth, where he like leads with his teeth.
Oh, agreed. Agreed.
He like walks in smiling
he drools,
like this.
He expands. Darling, oh God, what the hell? Oh, you're Dalmatian. I would never.
His really personal interview where he's like, I've never heard somebody be miserable at a wine party. What on happened there.
That one's sufferable. Margo.
For me, it is absolutely worth it to watch it for
Solely
that alone.
Yes.
Like,
there's like 3 or 4 of them that are able to take what should be a 3-second word and make it into a 13 to
also,
15-second word.
Micah wear wigs? Because Micah is the one who does the etiquette training.
Oh,
Does
I
she
don't
wear
know what's
wigs?
wrong with the hairline.
Yes, I think she wears wigs, and she never wears her hair down.
Right, I've noticed that too.
Never. Always back in a ponytail.
What if she...
But she also, when they did the workout episode, was using a headband. And I'm like, oh.
That's very wig-coded.
Does she wear wigs?
What would be really interesting...
Do you wear wigs?
Should we ask her?
Have you worn wigs?
You're wood. Mercedes,
you look like wood.
You look like wood. Okay, we are a lot.
We've lost the plot. Yeah.
We have lost the plot. We need to get back in. Sorry, someone texted. I'm so distracted. Oh yes, so funny. Would you find it? Yeah, program design interpret.
Are you really
Would you find it
reading a text right now?
Well, yeah, because sometimes I get distracted. Focus, Chase Walker. So we have a couple of stories that we didn't get to last week on account of I was being framed for murder.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like they were wanting. So we have a couple of things. The first is, there's this judge in Texas who got caught being mean to the IT person. This was a video going around. I actually have a couple of updates from last week's.
Oh, really?
Okay. One, he's been fined $1,500 by the ethics committee, not for that violation, but for another filing, which only goes to show he has now put himself into the position of everybody wanting to punish him and finding every way to do so. So there was this judge. He's only been on the bench for 2 years. He is in Texas, they're political appointees, not like in Utah where there's somewhat political appointees, but it's not like it is in Texas. So he's a Republican judge who was put in by Donald Trump. Do with it what you will, but he's completely unqualified. His disposition is not judicial at all.
Clearly.
And he, an IT guy comes in and he basically said, hey, look, it looks like it's a, and the guy doesn't say this, but it's like a user error.
Yeah.
Where clearly the judge was doing something wrong.
Yeah.
There was nothing wrong with the actual software. And so the IT guy goes, oh, false alarm. And the judge is like, it's not a false alarm.
It was happening.
It was happening. He goes, okay, I guess it's,
a false negative.
False negative.
Which is actually a technical term in engineering.
Yes.
To mean that, like,
user error.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not.
And that's why in the video he goes,
yeah,
because he's making a joke.
And so his name is Nathan Milron. Is the Milron, and the best thing that has come out of it also as well is that the news have gone and have been just watching him this past week as this has sort of taken off. And so news reporters are there and she's like, yep, he's being much more respectful. And it just goes to show to me the power of the internet is really strong. So general advice on this is know that at any point, I'm hearing myself say this and worrying about my actions last week with the Airbnb, but know that your actions may end up online. Yeah. And that is the worst thing that could happen. And when I tell you some things of this may end up online, but if they knew that we had a birthday cake, it was for my mom's birthday. My mom has had a really different. That's
usually how the internet works. They take a lot of context into consideration when the public court of opinion is going in. They usually
go. That's comforting for me.
You know what? Maybe he was having a hard day.
Let's think about the other.
Maybe it was really stressful for him. Because, for all of the influencers whose houses have been canceled on them for Coachella, I think they really are really considering the influencers. Okay, we're going to talk about that because I do live, laugh, love. We're going to talk about Coachella in a second. And I am now more worried, so we have to just move on. So we can't give it more airtime or else people are going to go look for my comments. Okay, I think I have a new obsession, like a new person that's my spirit animal. So it's a woman. Don't read into that, everybody. I'm still a guy. It's just this is my spirit animal. Beauty contestant from Thailand is my new spirit animal. So Miss Grand Thailand contestant Darathon Yuthong
Darathorn Youthong? How the hell would you say that name? Darathorn Youthong?
I was going to say Calasian Strut when you zoomed in. So I was like, oh, that's not her name.
Calasian Strut is a type of dance. Yes. And do you want to
it looks a little b-boy.
Let's maybe both you and me. Hang on. If you're watching, I'm going to.
And mind you, everybody around her is like.
So there's a
I'm surprised there wasn't an SNL skit about it.
What, did you watch SNL last night?
No.
I didn't either. Cole? It would have been. What?
Was it Domingo Cole?
Yeah. Coleman Domingo.
That's the one.
Yes, really, really close. I did see a clip when I was driving, when I was getting ready for this morning. And it was like a reporter, and it was like, the eyes on the scene is the Fashion Institute professor and his students. And so it's like, describe the person. And then it's like, he was a mess, honey. He looked like a mess.
I also saw that Utah Patrol is Utah Highway Patrol.
Okay.
Is now having spec vehicles drive around, and then if they see you on your phone, they will call ahead or radio ahead to people and give them their license plate, and then you can get fined for being on your phone. So
definitely
alive.
Don't look at your phone when you're getting ready.
Nope.
Like I do sometimes.
Yeah.
So she was in this beauty pageant, also gorgeous.
Gorgina.
But here's one problem I have.
What?
Because of my experience with RuPaul, it's hard for me not to see her as a drag queen. The Thai drag queens look like this.
Yeah, they do.
Like, that's Marina Money. For sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she is on camera. Everyone else is just being like the kind of like.
It's like Miss Congeniality, except if Sandra Bullock would have done a b-boy dance.
If Sandra Bullock would have been the break dancer from the Australian gymnastic Olympic team, imagine that in a beauty pageant. Like, hey, not during the talent portion, just during the opening number.
Yeah.
She did that. Anyways, I also love this too. It says that she was moving across the stage with the expressive gestures and facial expressions differing from the more traditional posing style typically seen during swimsuit segments. Miss Grand Thailand contestant featured 77 contestants and places emphasis on stage presence and entertainment value alongside standard judging criteria. Not her, though. She was like, I'm doing me. But
what's also kind of confusing is I know that in Thailand they do have like a drag queen one. Mm-hmm. And you are correct. I do like confuse the two because they look great.
Yeah, agreed. Incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, the other two is that we do know that Pink will be hosting the Tonys.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool.
I can't wait to see her somersault.
I can't wait to see her say Fiddler on the Roof, but she jumps off the roof into a giant orb.
Yeah.
And then she's Annie
she's just,
tomorrow. And she's tomorrow. Tomorrow. Love you.
Yeah, what is she gonna sing, you think?
She's for sure gonna sing what are the nominees for the Tonys?
I don't
right
know
now? I don't
right
know
now.
any of these. Last
Probably
year was really
chess.
fun because it was Death Becomes Her was really the
some of the newer ones is chess
nominations.
The
one
Jonathan
with Leah Michelle.
Her best friend is in one right now.
Yeah.
In the basement of Wicked. I think it actually is in the basement of Wicked, but it sounds made up.
It's such a funny, her friend.
The one who was the king in the thing.
Okay, wait, have the nominees
You'll
not
be
come
back.
out yet? How to watch the Tony Awards? When is it?
That guy. The guy who spits a lot when he sings.
Jonathan Graff.
Boom! That's the one.
Where the heck? Oh, here is it. Wait, of the nominations not come out yet? Oh, they don't come out until May, looks like.
Actually, would love the King and Hamilton to be played by a woman. I think it's
I
like
did
it
see
can
during a Barry's
go
or
way.
a Soul Cycle workout, a female lead, they did that
Singing
song.
it? Yeah.
And so she came out with like a scepter and a hat and a cape. And
I think a woman could do it really well, especially like if it was like Jinx Monsoon.
Agreed.
Send a home battalion to remind you of my love.
Okay, so it doesn't look like the nominations are out, and because the show doesn't even go until June 7th.
Oh, they just got pink ahead of time.
Way ahead of time.
They said, hey, we want to put you on hold.
Hey,
Dibs.
please don't do the Kelly Clarkson show right now. Because I do think that she's trying to replace Kelly Clarkson, right? That's what she was trying to do. Okay, then the other one from last week, just to sort of wrap up the last week one, was our girl. Why did we have the episode?
What?
Oh, yeah, we're going to have Artemis will be our last thing because there's two stories from Artemis. The one from last week about the toilets and then this one. Okay, then the other one is Jean Hacks left the set of Hacks, or sorry, Jean Smart left the set of Hacks. She's the head to go have a freaking bypass surgery.
Yeah, after she did a cast
she does a cast. Yeah, it's insane.
I love her for that.
So did you see that the new season has started to air? And it's the last season. The 5th and last season of Hacks.
I've only watched 3 episodes.
Of the new season?
Of it all.
Stephanie. Why are you being rude?
I know. I think
you can't use your soft voice. You have to own it. This is direct training. Why have you disappointed me?
This is like the videos where they're like, it's the boyfriend being like, F you, bitch, into the camera. And the girl's like, F you. Like that, we need that training.
Okay, so let's do it right now. Why haven't you why watched it? Do you not like comedy? Also, I'm sweating underneath this.
Yeah, no, it's
thing.
hot.
It's really hot in here for some reason.
But the dogs are out, and I can't put my dogs on the internet for free.
No, and I can't put my knees on the internet for free.
Yeah, that's fair.
Now that I'm a celebrity.
Yeah, I just haven't watched it. I haven't prioritized it. I've thought about it. I think about watching it, but like I haven't even watched Shrinking season 3.
Hey, so I am currently looking for a new co-host, and if any of you are in the market, we film typically on Sundays. I do bring treats more often than not, like this morning.
You would have to do the software and the
You would have to. I don't know how to do any of the actual recording. I don't have any of the equipment to do that.
You could figure it out, though.
I have never felt more betrayed in my life.
That's fair. You know who will feel more betrayed than you? Steven.
No, he loves Hacks. Oh my gosh, speaking of Steven and Needlepoint, the cutest girl at Rumble had overheard me talking to Molly like a month ago about Needlepoint. So yesterday I go to the gym and she's like, hey, so I have in my car a needlepoint box full of all these templates and yarn and equipment and stuff. And I put it together because I know your husband loves it and I love needlepoint too. And these are patterns and things I've already done. It's a huge box.
What?
And so she's like, if you would like, you can give it to your husband. He can sort of go through it and take whatever he wants out of it. So Steven last night was like kid in a candy store.
Aww.
All of the yarn or whatever it's called, the string, the thread, the different things to do. Like it was just so nice. Who knew the needlepoint community? Sweet. And shout out to Susan Peterson, our girl who is making a needlepoint store in Riverwoods.
I knew it. I did. I texted you immediately.
It's going to be called.
Where is it at?
Riverwoods.
Not in Provo.
Which is a notoriously hard shopping complex. So we're really rooting for her.
Yeah.
She's taking over the Bath and Body Works that was at Riverwoods.
It's going to smell great in there.
And I think it's called. It's like 2 names, like Stephanie and Molly. And it's like Stephanie's Molly, and it's named after her 2 grandparents because her 2 grandmas. Kind of a beautiful story where one of them was like really, 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 really had a hard life. And the other one was, particularly in her older years, would take in younger kids, was like a foster parent. And so she had said like, yeah, I feel like if my grandmas would have, if they weren't contemporaries, then my one would have taken care of the other. And so it's like Stephanie's Martha or something, right? Like that's going to be the store name. I think it's going to be like events and like a community space for creators, and then selling needlepoint and templates and projects and education stuff. So I'm super pumped. She's on TikTok right now doing a series, or on her social media doing a series of like her renovation, store, which is really cool. I love that sort of stuff.
I think there's like 3 needlepoint stores popping up in the next year.
Really? In Utah?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So it's going to be
but
competition.
Susan is amazing
at everything. So
the 2 needlepoint stores that exist currently in Utah have hours that are redonkulous. It's like 12 to 4 Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah, wild.
And it's just like it wasn't in demand enough. But I think that this will just drive market.
Yeah, agreed.
Everywhere. But yeah, 3 new LNS stores. LNS local needlepoint store.
Okay,
sorry.
just kidding, guys. She has to say my host. I'll never know.
But
this stuff
I do
without her.
want more competitive market there.
Agreed. And
especially
I just
as
think
like I've created needlepoint charts. I'm like, oh, a competitive market for me is helpful.
Oh my gosh. We should get you for sure in contact with Susan, because then you'd be a cool, maybe you could be.
We definitely, we could talk about this for 15 more minutes. So needlepoint charts are either hand painted or they're printed, but the quality of printing hasn't gotten like up to the standard of hand painting yet. But then if you hand paint them, usually they're being done overseas and shipped back. So I need to find a wholesaler to hand paint my canvases.
Because I don't know if you guys know, but
stores.
Stephanie's an incredible artist, and you've got what's the company on Etsy called?
Page Parties.
Page Parties, PageParties. And you've been putting out freaking banger
Needlepoint
after
charts,
banger.
yeah.
But you had done kind of invitations for a while, which I thought were so cute.
Yeah,
And you still have them on there.
All of it right now is just digital downloads.
Yeah.
So I have invitations. I have needlepoint charts. I've considered doing coloring pages. I've considered doing like templates for things. Like, I just think it's an easy way to like still create and be like, here is a good way to put this on the internet. And usually I'm like, nothing's more than $20.
So go follow her because you're on social.
Yeah.
Let's make sure that we post that on the carousel too.
Yeah, of course.
Because I love seeing your funny, like the frog. With the princess frog with the dunce hat.
It's a big frog too. It's cute.
It's way cute. And it's fun seeing Steven and you have this budding, like last night he was like going through everything and I was thinking, oh, he's going to like eventually send Steph things. You should come over and see what she has too, by the way. I don't also know, like, does that mean that I just take it and then do I give it back? I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Wait, yeah. What did she say?
She didn't really. She's a very, very, very high energy, and so it was like, yay, okay, amazing, goodbye, and then I was just there holding a box.
Anything like that, it's like I think you're hopeful that I'll just take it. Like, I don't think that you want me to give it back.
I don't know. I mean, I probably will with a big thank you note and a gift card, but I'm just saying, like, that it was a very nice gesture, which is really fun. Okay, the last story that we have to talk about is there's two stories about Artemis. I'll tell the one. Well, do you know both? Do you want to do both?
Yeah. First one,
the toilet
being on the way up, toilet not functioning.
Right.
And it's just like, how long would you survive? Like, I don't think I would survive Coachella on a good day, but if there wasn't working toilets, I'm not going. And they were in space. Like, what do you do without a working toilet in space?
I don't know what you do without a working toilet generally. Like, I just feel like working toilets across the board. Someone is like the poop police who should say, if we're going somewhere, there needs to be a toilet, i.e. including space.
Yeah.
Wild.
It seems like standard practice at this point.
Agreed.
The second story is that Artemis went around the moon, which was previously uncharted. So we saw a side of the moon that we have not previously seen. Yeah. And they discovered a new like crater, which creates like a big bright spot on the moon. And they decided as a like team to name it after their commander's late wife, Carol. So this new bright spot on the moon is named Carol. And when they say it, the commander starts like quietly crying, and then they all group hug. And it was like the sweetest thing ever.
It was like humanity at its best.
It just is like, it's so tender. It's so like, he might not have come up with the idea, but like that they all were like, no, we're going to do it. Like, those are true friends.
Yes, agreed.
But then it did make me think, like, what is the uncharted territory that you are the master of that you could name Steven?
Like that I would name for Steven?
Yeah, no, if you were like, this is something that I've discovered and it's now called Steven.
Do you have something for Traven? Do you know what yours is for Traven?
Probably for Traven, it would be that sometimes when I have random drinks in my fridge, I create like a mocktail to use up the rest of it. It's like what would probably be considered a kitchen sink mocktail.
is
and it would be
Traven.
it would be the Traven.
Okay.
I'm
love
like, I
that.
have half of a can of Sprite, a probiotic soda, some juice and lemonade, and I'm like, it's the Traven.
Okay, in that vein, I think I would probably have like my breakfast meal.
Yeah.
Like my very good Maverick burrito with the dipping sauces that I put together, and a Celsius, and it's just kind of like a and then that swallow is the Steven. Although to be fair, there's nothing less Steven than
a breakfast burrito from
than condiment from the gas station, a Celsius, and something from the gas station.
His would actually be like a salad bar concoction.
No, his would have to be like last night he pulls up his little Ziploc bag, and it's of a dark chocolate bar, like 100% cacao with pumpkin seeds, and he goes, "This is my favorite treat to bring to the movies right now. It's a little dark chocolate bar with some pumpkin seeds."
100% cacao?
Yeah, it's like a very, 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 I don't know exactly what it is, but
I'm glad that Steven has things that
no, I have to keep telling
that like
him
bring him joy that I understand, like needlepoint.
Yeah,
and
me.
Because 100% cacao.
I think that's like he's like the more pure.
I love him so much.
No, it's one of those things where I had to say to him the other day, I had the pick of the valley, really. I could have been with any man here if they would liked men, and a bunch that maybe were like, I'm questioning, and I still picked him.
Yeah, no.
It's like, you have to understand, like, that's like, for example.
No, he's actually the best. He is like kind of one of those where somebody else might be like, oh, I only like 100% cacao because everything else is too sweet for me. In a way that they're being pretentious. Steven is being so genuine and a delight.
Just like this, he's just like, it's easiest on my body.
Huh?
He goes, it's just, this was its easiest on my body. Like, it's a genuine thing.
Yeah.
It's not, he's not trying to be anything.
No.
But I will say this morning, I got I got my notification that I'm now in the creator fund for TikTok. And so I said to Steven, oh my gosh, I'm in the creator fund for TikTok. And he said, you about to get yourself some of that warm honey pot. And I was still kind of waking up, and I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, you're going to get yourself. And I was like, who? So I said, I was like, I need to call the police. He's like, why? And I was like, my husband's missing. He was replaced by a 49-year-old black woman in the deep South from the 60s, 50s maybe. Like, where's the honeypot coming? So I actually ended up texting you because I was like, hey, I'm running late. There's no way I'm getting out of bed early. I'm so sorry. I was so sluggish. And I was trying to get Steven to do it on the little voice note. He would not. He's like, I'm not going to do it. I know you're tricking me. But God love him. You know, you got to find someone who will say in the morning to you, you gonna have some of that.
No, and as much as I do love to hate men, in a lot of my dialogue, who I'm not talking about is Steven and Traven.
No, these are P-joms.
Like,
we have lucked out.
There was a point in which, I don't know if I sent you this video, but Bailey and Traven were playing on the beach, and they're holding hands in the waves. Because, you know, when you jump up and a wave gets you, and then it's like, I need somebody to study me. And I was watching them just like be in the ocean. And like, I just started to cry because you're like, oh, sometimes you see your person perfectly. And you're like, man, I really chose that person. Yeah. Like, I really made the best choice. And that is
the thing. Choose kind.
Yeah.
If you're choosing anything, choose kind. They may be a little weird.
They
may say things like, go and get yourself some of that warm honey pot.
They may read 1-star reviews of a restaurant you're going to the next day for 45 minutes, you know, in a silly, weird voice.
No, fully.
And like, you just have to run with it.
Say,
You were right.
Yeah. That's
my man. My man.
We have had 4 or 5 vocal stims from pop culture in this episode. Like, that's what it's going to be called,
and
vocal
that's what you
stims.
can expect from us.
And that's on God.
Period.
Anything else you want to go over, my queen? I feel like this is a very reasonable length episode.
Yeah, no, I feel like this is a reasonable length. One thing that I would like to go over is that I think that we should bring back, like, full-length garments at Coachella. Some of your coochies are out.
Full-length garments, you mean clothing?
Yeah.
Not the old garment style.
Oh, no.
Before we like.
No, I have no beef with your shoulders.
Okay, I got it. No, the outfits
some
in
of you
Coachella.
wearing belts as a skirt.
Some of you are just wearing like tape, vagina tape, and that's
up top. Don't care.
Don't care either. I don't
literally just wear a cover. Like I don't care.
I don't even care if it's a
on
cover.
Bottom,
just wear a necklace. But I cannot risk. There was a girl when we were out to dinner with Molly, Matt for Molly's birthday, maybe like 3 weeks ago. A lady walked in and then sat down, and you could just see her butt. Like the skirt she was wearing was so short. And Matt was the closest to her. And when I tell you the nicest guy, and Molly kept saying, Molly, Steven also was like not interested at all. But Molly and I are like, wow, look at that. Matt's like, I'm not going to look.
I'm not looking.
Look. Like, look, you can see butt right there. Butt. Like it was so short as she was walking. You know this part on the, you know this part, this is the leg, this is the butt cheek. And the bottom cheek. You could see like this much of it.
No. I thought there was like a no shoes, no shirt, no service. Like
not at Coachella.
No shoes, no butt cheek, no service.
JB came out in just underwear.
I can see your butt cheek. That's crazy.
JP was just in underwear in his
I think this also comes from when we were at the beach and like some of the bottoms on swimsuits. I'm like, riddle me this: does your butt need to be tan?
Riddle me this: does that hurt?
Like, does your butt actually need to be tan?
No, and sometimes and men are starting to wear very tiny, revealing, small, like that's like a bit like that low. Well, and I saw so many men that were wearing thongs with like oversized jeans, and so they were like,
that cannot be comfortable.
That
for
is
a man.
not comfortable. If you are in the,
it's not even comfortable for a woman. Let's be real.
No, but like let's be real. We have other parts that you are cutting into, and in the heat, in the desert heat, are you kidding? Yuck. But I will say, live for the content.
No, I love
Coachella talk. Chelsea wrote me this text, which is so funny because I just did not see her being a Coachella
I do
girly.
just love to see people's creativity. I just wish that like it extended to their thigh, you know?
Well, this is what Chelsea said.
Like to me, fashion is not a belt.
Coachella videos. I'm talking from the rich to the poor to the drunk and the music. I want it all. I scroll for hours in a sort of trance. I need a windstorm every night, flipping tents and canopies. I need hungover people vlogging every morning about how drunk they are. It's so good. Could not agree more.
Yeah.
I've loved
Coachella
TikTok.
Content is real good.
Yeah, to me it's like a really, really, really terrible brand trip that you're getting content from. That's Coachella. Which I love.
Yeah, and I also love like the branded houses and like the slow demise of them.
Agreed.
Like the first day they show up, the mirror sticker is gorgeous. All their stuff is laid out nice, and then you start seeing in the background of the video.
Day 2 or 3, there's a warthog that just is screwing in the background, and he's like, "Yeah, like, Janet's upset again." It's like, how did we get here? I saw also the trailer for Lord of the Flies. That's what it made me think of. There's a Lord of the Flies series coming to Netflix.
Did you see the trailer for Margot's Got Money Troubles?
Yes, of course.
So excited.
Super pumped.
It comes out soon.
I know, but I'm going to have to wait to watch it till I finish the book. And by finish the book, I mean start the book. And I didn't start the book because I switched to Dungeon Crawler Carl. And I cannot tell you how much. I know, but the audio king.
But Margot's Got Money Problems is read by Elle Fanning.
I know. I'm not saying I'm not going to love it. I'm just saying, you know, when you feel drawn to when your soul's like Dungeon Crawler Carl, it's just like,
I haven't even read book 3.
Oh, see, I'm
in the middle of a romantasy. I think I'm burned out of romantasies right now.
I'm kind of, that's why I had to, it's like, I just need to get back into something
like
that I
and she's
love
getting whipped
hearing.
And I'm like, who is she supposed to be with? I'm getting,
you're
it's
like,
too
I'm
much
exhausted.
for me.
Yeah. Oh, dang, I was going to say something else. Nope, not coming to me. Dang. We're saying Lord of the Flies, Coachella.
Lord of the Flies, Coachella, Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I got it. Thank you. Teddy Swims set. Did you see anything? He brought up Vanessa Carlton so they could sing If I Could Fall Into... And he starts it, then brings her out. The crowd goes...
insane.
Ape. I mean, I'm saying... So I will say I do love Coachella for that. There's also the Sabrina Carpenter. She's kind of in trouble because she misinterpreted like a cultural thing. People are upset about it.
Do you like Addison Rae?
I don't not like her, but I'm not like, because she sings Pepsi, right?
Yeah.
Diet Pepsi.
da, da, da. And it come with a feeling, baby. That's all I know from her. But then, like, I'll see videos of her performing, and I'm like,
I actually was talking to Steven about this. So we were saying what happened to Meghan Trainor. She was sort of this, this is my analysis. She was an anti-pop star, you know, all about that bass, ain't no mama, you know, and then does Wave. And she has so many bangers because we're going to her for sure. Molly wants to go to her too. So we should put together a crew to go to Meghan the Trainor. Meghan Trainor. But I think the problem is that then younger people came in as the anti-pop star, like Olivia Rodrigo was very much, and I think in a kind of a similar way, Sabrina Carpenter is like a throwback, like not a Britney Spears. And I was saying to him, I think Tate McRae is like the true pop star right now, and she's kind of being blacklisted. I think like the music community isn't like loving her. There were articles about people being rude to her at the Oscar after party and bullying her, and that they don't like her and whatever. But I think that's what's kind of sad is that of the pop culture, like the singer-songwriter pop culture girly is Taylor Swift. The emo pop culture girly right now is Olivia Rodrigo. Then like the sort of young up and coming is like Olivia Dean. Then like there's just like no room for Meghan Trainor, but she's so talented that it makes me sad for her because she's kind of like, I mean, Betty Who is like a D-E list version of her.
What's hard is like I see Meghan Trainor as like a talented JoJo.
Right, like that's what I'm saying. Like she's
a little kitschy,
really talented, but so kitschy, and I still love her.
Yeah, no, she's very like.
I wish she's
still really good.
I wish she was bigger. I'm gonna go and I'll sing.
I don't think she's a great dancer.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
And like you're kind of needing a triple threat at this point.
Right now, the talent is so high in that talent pool that in order for you to be on top of anything, you have to be incredible. I mean, Chappell Roan's a perfect example. The trajectory for Chappell Roan was huge, and then I just don't think either from dancing or personality or some of the controversy.
Her next album is going to have to be really good to push out all the controversy.
I don't think she's going to. Like, I just don't think that's going to happen.
Although I did see an article that like she's probably being blacklisted because she dropped her current label.
Yeah.
And that I don't disagree with because there's so much negative discourse about her that I'm like, it just does feel manufactured. And now
that we're kind of seeing that the archetype of like the Justin Baldoni, Blake Lively of this sort of culture that was exposed, that I think we all kind of assumed existed, the sort of like PR takedown. We now know for sure that that's what's happened. It exists. And so it would make me feel like that's probably not totally unheard of.
Fascinating.
Anyway, fascinating stuff, you guys. Thank you so much for liking or listening. Please like, follow, subscribe. Follow us on all social media platforms. We will see you all in a week. We also need to figure out what our summer plans will be. Yeah. So hopefully we'll have a schedule update for everybody on our thing moving forward, because I would love to do a little summer soiree. We need to talk to Megan about that. I'm just in the middle. We're still planning Grace's wedding, so we got to get past that. Okay. All right, guys. Love you lots. Bye.